Hello students, in today's lecture we will be studying about functional group. What is a functional group? A functional group is an active part of the compound. A functional group is the active part of the compound. Okay. So whenever you subject an organic compound into a reaction, when you put an organic compound into a reaction, the entire organic compound does not undergo reaction. Only a part of the compound gets involved in the reaction. That active part, that reactive part of the compound is what is called as functional group. Okay. So there are several functional groups that we are going to study, and we will be writing the names and also learn about the IUPAC nomenclature of all these compounds containing functional group. Okay. So let me make a list of the functional groups. The name of the compounds. What are the compounds called? Okay. The first functional group that we are going to study is OH. If a certain compound contains OH functional group, the compounds are called as alcohols. What are they called? They are called as alcohols. Second functional group, if a compound contains this functional group, COOH. Now in some of the books you will find this group written as C double bond OH. Any one of these. Compounds containing COOH functional group are called as carboxylic acids or organic acids. Okay, carboxylic acids or organic acids. Next functional group is CHO, or in some books it will be written as C double bond OH. This same C double bond O will be seen here, but instead of OH there is a H here. Okay. The compounds containing CHO group are called as aldehydes. What are they called? They are called as aldehydes. Okay. Next category of compound are the compounds. Give me a minute. Yes. The fourth category of compounds is the compound containing this group. Okay, C double bond O group. These compounds are called as ketones. Okay. Fifth one is the compounds containing NH2 group. They are called as amines. Okay. And the last one is the compounds containing, okay, I'll write it at the top rather, there is no place at the bottom. Okay, in the first column I have written functional groups. Here I have written the compounds, name of the compounds. Okay. I'll write the first one here. What is the last one that we are studying? If the compound contains a X group is nothing but any one of these halogens. It can be fluorine, chlorine, bromine or iodine. Okay. Then the compounds are called as haloalkanes. What are they called? They are called as haloalkanes, or commonly they are called as halohydrocarbons. Halohydrocarbons. Okay. Now coming to So all these are functional groups and the compounds. Coming to the IUPAC nomenclature of all the compounds containing this group. Now to write the IUPAC nomenclature of all the functional group containing compounds, all the rules that we had studied for alkanes, alkenes and alkynes are to be repeated. Other than that, there was one part of IUPAC nomenclature which we completely ignored, and that was secondary suffix. Okay. Now that secondary suffix, as we have learned, is the name given to the functional group present in the compound. Okay. So for each one of these, we are going to understand the secondary suffix that can be used. Okay. So let me make two columns here, prefix, or rather we will focus mainly on secondary suffix, and if required we will be using some prefix. Okay, let me begin with alcohol. If any compound contains OH group in it, then the secondary suffix for that compound will be ol. Alcohol, ol as in alcohol. Okay. If any compound contains COOH group, then the secondary suffix that is used is oic acid. What is the secondary suffix used? It is oic acid. If a compound contains CHO group, then the secondary suffix used is al, as in aldehyde. If it contains this group, now how will this group look like? C double bond O? It will be C double bond O, which will be bonded to a carbon chain. Okay, or C double bond O will be in between, somewhere in between the carbon chain. Okay, is this fine? Then it is called as a ketone. So for ketone, the secondary suffix is -one. Don't read it as one, it is -one. Ketone, -one. Okay, and for amines, the suffix is amines itself. The suffix is amine itself. Okay, now what is the role of prefix here? Haloalkanes, whenever there is a halogen atom in the compound, then the name of that halogen is never written as a secondary suffix. Remember, even though halogen is the active part, halogen is the functional group in the compound, name of halogen is never written as a secondary suffix, it is always written as a prefix. So if it is written as a prefix, what prefixes can be used for halogens? The prefix used is simply halo. The prefix used is simply halo. For example, if you have fluorine, then the prefix used is fluoro. If chlorine is there, it is chloro, bromo, or iodo. So any one of this can be used as a prefix depending on the halogen which is present in the compound. Is this thing clear? Yes, I repeat again, these are the functional groups. There are many other functional groups. When you study IUPAC nomenclature in the future, you will learn many other functional groups. As of now, you have to study only these 6: halogen, alcohols, carboxylic acids, aldehydes, ketones and amines. COOH group, if you see COOH group, then it is acid. Okay, as in acetic acid, you might have heard about this compound which is present in vinegar, acetic acid. CH3COOH. Can you see this group COOH? Yes. Okay. So we will be taking up some examples of all these categories. So this is all about functional group. Functional group is the active part of the compound. These are the functional groups. These are the secondary suffixes which can be used while naming these compounds containing the functional groups, and this is the prefix which is used only for halogen containing compounds. Okay, let us quickly take up one example of compounds containing functional groups. Now, if this is your compound, CH3COOH. If I wish to write the IUPAC name, the first thing that you would do is select the longest carbon chain. So this is your longest carbon chain. Okay. So your root word will be the name given to the longest carbon chain or the parent chain. Now the parent chain or the longest carbon chain contains 2 carbon atoms. So the root word is eth. Now there is a single bond between these 2 carbon atoms. So the primary suffix will certainly be ane. When it is ane, we don't write the locant. Okay. Now if you wish to number this parent chain, it will start from the functional group. It will always start from the active group. Now, active group as in it can be any one of these functional groups, and also it has to be double bond or triple bond. Okay. So 1 and 2. Let me write the name of secondary suffix which we had never ever written till now. Okay. Now secondary suffix is the name given to this functional group. What is the name given to this functional group? When COOH is the functional group, if you refer the table that we had drawn earlier, the suffix that is used is oic acid. The suffix that is used is, secondary suffix used is oic acid. COOH group देखो और उसके लिए secondary suffix क्या है देखो टेबल में, it is oic acid. Is it okay? This oic acid is present at the first position. Is it okay? Now what about the prefix? Is there any part which has remained unnamed by far? This part has been named. Is there any other branch that is remaining? No, other than the parent chain, no. This was your parent chain, कुछ बाहर आ रहा है, branch नहीं आ रहा, ठीक है? This is not a branch, huh? This is a functional group which has been named here. Any part that has remained unnamed? No. Okay. So there is no prefix in this compound. Okay. What will be the IUPAC name of the compound? It is ethane 1-oic acid. Ethane 1-oic acid. Now there is a general rule in IUPAC nomenclature, like as we have learned earlier, there is one rule that says that the name should start with a capital letter. There is another rule which says that a hyphen can be put between when you separate an alphabet from a number. Okay, ये सब general rules है. वैसे ही और एक general rule है which states that whenever your secondary suffix starts with a vowel, what are vowels? A, E, I, O, U are vowels. ठीक है. Whenever the name of secondary suffix starts with a vowel, then the last letter E of primary suffix has to be dropped. I repeat, when the secondary suffix starts with a vowel, the last letter E of the primary suffix has to be dropped. So I cut this last letter from here and also from here. So the name will be ethane 1-oic acid. The name is without this E. Okay, so this is your final name of the compound. Okay, in some books, in most of the books, you will never find 1 written here because this COOH group will always be present at the end and it is always given number 1 position. Is it okay? So whenever it is oic acid, it is understood that it is at the first position. Is it okay? Hence, in some of the books, you will find 1 not written in the name and the name written as ethanoic acid. Okay, ethanoic acid. So this is also correct, this is also correct. Okay, now this ethanoic acid is commonly also called as acetic acid, which is also present in vinegar, Okay, so this is how we name the compounds containing functional group. Okay, we'll continue studying this chapter. Till then, keep studying and try to understand this topic very clearly. This is a very important part of the chapter. Okay, keep studying. All the best.